doing the work, sweat equity, showing up in the actions, having your actions meet your goals or match your goals, align with your goals, where does the work fit into a model of consciousness causality? That's kind of what I'm exploring in real time through my own life right now, because I believe in the power of sweat equity. I believe in the power of experience. But I don't believe that there is a mechanistic, linear A to B causality always at play. Maybe sometimes, right? I was hungry, I ate food, now I am not hungry. But when it comes to generating one's life and calling in really big shifts, like for example, me going from being super out of shape, asthmatic, depressed, sad, all these things, to nationally ranked strongwoman, who like feels good in their body, loves their physique, performs at a high level, like fairly easily now. At caveat, easily. I just mean like I could jump into a strongman competition and not die, like if I wanted to. What is the role that work and experience plays when I also believe and am experiencing the massive role that consciousness and imagination plays in actually creating my experiences? So if my consciousness and my imagination and my beliefs are part of what is influencing and generating my reality, and I believe that that is a pretty big part of how things come into being, how do I model my actions? How do I perform my actions in a way that augments my plans, in a way that reinforces what I'm doing and helps me get my goals? Neville Goddard, whom I adore, he was of the opinion that consciousness and belief are everything, and there is no amount of work or strain that you can do that matters like at all if you are not assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled, if you are not assuming the state, that your assumption of the state fulfilled is the only thing that matters. And you can go out and do whatever you want and tell yourself that that's what's making your desired thing appear. But if what's really happening is that you're just successfully feeling the desired thing, then your consciousness is what's creating that experience. It's not your work. It's not your effort. I find this idea so radical because it flies in the face of so much of modern Western thought, which is all about how hard you can work, how hard you can grind, how much suffering you can deal with. A pretty useful and handy paradigm, wouldn't you think, for anyone who would benefit perhaps from people really just sucking it up and dealing with shitty circumstances by convincing them that it's good for them? Deep dive for another time, perhaps. Anyway, so what I've been exploring and what I'm going to be continued to exploring over the next year, through my training, through my competition, through the creation of the things that I want, which are various film projects and work opportunities, I'm whole hog going into the law of assumption and really committing to that effort to look up Neville Goddard, read all his stuff if you want to go. I could do a video on more in depth what that is, but for now, it is putting yourself into a relaxed state of consciousness before sleep is a good time, where you are doing as deep and as full of a visualization experience in your mind's eye that's also affecting how you feel. And you're doing it in a way that calls in the desired future state. So you're, for example, imagining yourself already having done the thing that you desire and how you would feel in that circumstance. So I'm going whole hog on this right now. But I'm asking myself, well, like, Neville says that what I do literally doesn't matter. Okay, cool. But I still want to do stuff. And that was my clue. I want to do certain things. And as an artist, a creator and an artist of my body and of actual art, I want to do the things that inspire me, the things that I am inspired to express. I want to put my focus on those things. As an artist, if I have a film that I'm making, which I do, I naturally want to spend time exploring that idea, conjuring that idea through my mind, through writing, through conversation, through art. That's what I want to do. because I'm assuming that that project is happening. So I naturally want to nurture it by pouring as much inspiration into it as possible, obviously. So my experience becomes and my work becomes an additional enrichment process that builds my own enjoyment of the reality that I'm aligning with. When it comes to training, there's also the belief element at play. If I believe truly that there is a certain amount of work that I physically have to do in order to gain my outcome, then I need to do that level of work. And I'm not like a master level magician, yogi, monk who could just lay there. And I bet these dudes exist. There's like one guy at least out there who could literally just like lay there and like make himself into a world-class gymnast or something, you know? But that ain't me, and that's not most of us. Like I do need to put in the sweat equity. Because again, I'm here because on one hand, like I'm also here to have a physical experience. I like being a body. I'm here to do the stuff. I'm not trying to avoid things that I actually want to do. So again, it's about focusing my attention and my performance on the things that I want to do. And those things will naturally be in line with my desire. If I've done the initial important work of clarifying my desire, then the activities that I'm doing are the natural extension of that desire. And they are a feedback mechanism that reinforces my belief that what I desire is coming into being. So, I was going to start this video off by talking about some stuff that really annoys me. And now I'm just getting into it now. And what annoys me is in the fitness industry and strength sport subculture and new age and self-improvement subcultures and dialectics, how much emphasis there is on the tools. The tools without the magician and the magician's power don't do very much. The tools are there to harness and focus your energy and give you feedback. But there's this overemphasis on if you're not doing the right program, if you're wasting your time with these stupid exercises, if you're not meditating, if you're not balancing your chakras, if you're not cleansing your aura, if you're not blah, 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 blah. And what this does, one, is it reinforces a way of thinking that places a ton of the autonomy, or not autonomy, that places the power of change outside of yourself. It puts the power of change into these tools. When you are the change. You are the power. How you engage with reality is the power. How you self-relate is the power. How you manage your energy and your heart. How you internally align. How you fully express yourself. All these things. So this overemphasis on the tools, not realizing that you are the one with the magic, you are the one with the power, you are the one who causes the transformation to take place. The tools just help. They're fun. It's fun to have tools, right? But we take all the fun out of it and we get obsessed and neurotic and think that we have to have these tools. And it's just not so. It's just not so. They can be helpful and fun, but you don't need them. You don't need them. So yeah, that really peeves me off because it's like, I've just now experienced enough big change that I know what it feels like when you start to change. And it's an internal process. And now it's not a solo show. You're not the only one influencing your process. And it is really important to cultivate strong relationships with people who nurture you because they are having a big influence on you, how you think, how you feel, what you allow yourself to believe is possible. If you're trying to dream, do not surround yourself with people who don't know how to or think it's stupid. I've been learning that lesson. Dreamers only in my circle. Okay? So it's not to say, again, that we're the sole agent of change. The universe, God, is a living dynamic force that we are in relationship with. We have all these billions of millions and billions of living beings all around us influencing us. We're not the only ones here. But your experience is the center point of that. And you get to decide what comes into this experience portal that's you and make shit happen. And your imagination and your ability to buy into it is paramount. It is the center of everything. And in the people, places, things, tools, those are feedback mechanisms. They are help. So I'm feeling these things out. I'm experimenting in real time with these ideas, with new thought ideas. I come from a background of like my magical practice starting off based in chaos magic and sigil practicing, or sigil making rather. And that, when I first started doing that, I did have this very linear causality A to B sort of way of thinking. And now I'm putting most of my attention into building it in my imagination and then simply relaxing and performing the actions that feel like a natural extension of who that person is, the one that I'm trying to be, of her. What would she do in this context? Let me know if any of this resonates with you. We just kind of went all over the place today, but I'm excited about this shit. So dream the big dream, take care of yourself, cultivate this. This is what matters. You got this. Have a great day.